Good morning. My name is Precious Garcia and I will be conducting a class on move under direct fire. Conditions are: you are a member of a team conducting movement to contact and are under direct fire from an enemy position that is 250 to 300 meters away from your position. You have an individual weapon, individual combat equipment, and a current firing position that provides cover from the enemy's direct fire. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. However, today we will not be conducting any of this task in Mach 4. The standard is selecting a movement route, communicating your intent to move, and suppressing enemy fire as needed. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques based on the situation and terrain. Occupy a firing position within 100 meters of the enemy's position and engage the enemy. At the end of this class, you will be evaluated on moving under direct fire, and you must receive a 70% or higher on the evaluation, and there are 2 performance measures. The risk assessment today is low. There are some hazards that I identified, which are wildlife, dehydration, and tripping hazards. To mitigate those factors, I have cleared the area of any tripping hazards, but still be cautious of holes in the ground. There is water located to your right if you're feeling dehydrated. And be cautious of any ant piles and any other wildlife. All these conditions put in place have brought my residual risk level to low. It is the duty and responsibility of all soldiers and DA civilians to protect and preserve the environment. This training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with the G2 Fort Benning, Georgia 31905 Foreign Disclosure Officer. This training product can be used to instruct international military students from all approved countries without restrictions. Watch this demonstration. Cover me while I move. Pow, pow, pow. Cover me while I move. Pow, pow, pow. Cover me while I move. Engaging the enemy. Pow, pow, pow. Enemy engaged. Now that you saw the demonstration, I'm going to explain the steps. Step 1. Select an individual movement route that adheres to the instructions provided by your team leader, which is myself. Search the terrain to your front for good firing positions. Select the best route to the positions. Pick a route that minimizes your exposure to enemy fire. Ensure route does not cross in front of other team members. Step 2. Communicate your movement intent to your buddy and team leader as appropriate. Step 3. Suppress the enemy as required. Step 4. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques to reach each position. Move using the high crawl technique. The high crawl technique. Keep your body off of the ground. Rest your weight on your forearms and lower legs. Cradle your weapon in your arms. Keep the muzzle of your weapon off the ground. Keep your knees behind your buttocks so it stays low. Move forward by alternately advancing your right elbow and left knee, and left elbow and right knee. Move using the low crawl technique. The low crawl technique. Keep your body as flat as possible to the ground. Grasp the sling of your weapon at the upper sling swivel with your right hand. Let the handguard rest on your forearm. Keep the muzzle of your weapon off of the ground. Move forward. Push both arms forward while pulling your right leg forward. Pull on the ground with your boot arms while pushing with your right leg. Repeat steps. Repeat the following steps until you reach your next position. Move using the rush technique. The rush technique. Raise your head. Select your next position. Lower your head. Draw your arms into your body. Pull your right leg forward. Raise your body. Get up quickly. Run for 3 to 5 seconds to your next position. Plant both feet just before hitting the ground. Fall forward. Drop to your knees. Slide your right hand down to the heel of the butt of your weapon. Break your fall with the butt of your weapon. Continue using movement techniques until you reach your final firing position. Step 5. Occupy your identified firing position within 100 meters of the enemy's position. Assume a firing position. Engage enemy with your individual weapon. Staff Sergeant, at this time, I will give my soldiers 4 minutes to practice. I will now restate the task conditions and standards. So the task will be move under direct fire. The conditions are: you are a member of a team conducting movement to constant and are under fire from an enemy position that is 250 to 300 meters away from your position. You have an individual weapon, individual combat equipment, and a current firing position that provides cover from the enemy's direct fire. Some iterations of this task should be performed in MOP 4. However, today we will not be conducting any of this training in MOP 4. The standard is selecting a movement route, communicating your intent to move, and suppressing enemy fire as needed. Conduct movement using the appropriate techniques based on the situation and terrain. Occupy a firing position within 100 meters of the enemy position and engage the enemy. At the end of this class, you'll be evaluated on moving under direct fire. You must receive a 70% or higher on the evaluation. There are 2 performance measures. Staff Sergeant, at this time, I will give my soldiers 4 minutes to test. I know we did not have any failures today, but if we did, my retrain plan would take place at 09, 21st of January 2021. Uniform is OCPs with authorized boots, helmet, flick, IFAK, magazine pouch, ×6, camelback, gloves, and iPro. The location will be here in my backyard. We have accountability of all our equipment, which is 1 weapon, 1 table, and 1 notebook. The AAR. So what was supposed to happen today? Today we were supposed to conduct training on moving under direct fire. So what did happen today? Okay, what are some sustainments? What are some improvements? Okay, a summary of what happened today. Y'all did good. Y'all did some good training. Keep it up. There'll be more training like this coming in the future. So my risk level was low. There were some risks that I identified, which were wildlife, dehydration, and tripping hazards. Using my mitigation factors kept my residual risk level at low, and we had 0 incidents today. We will now return this site back to its original condition. Keep the camera there. That's our T stands for train, P stands for practice, and U stands for untrained. Thank you.